My fiance took my birth control pills and stabbed holes into condoms to try to get me pregnant.
Oh, I thought you meant take, like actually physically ingest. How would that turn out?
It probably wouldn't. You might start growing some breast tissue from all the estrogen.
Oh, wow.
I'm in my late 20s and I got engaged to my fiance, 29, who I've been with for 9 years. Our relationship has never really been tested and we get along really well. But recently he brought up that he wants kids. I said, no, I'm not ready and probably won't be for a few years. He got really mad and argued with me for a solid 10 minutes. I just moved on from it and didn't give it a second thought. A week later, I couldn't find my birth control pills. They're usually in the bathroom cupboard, but I couldn't find them anywhere. Later that night, he wanted to have sex. I said I couldn't find my birth control pills, and he said, it's all right, he'll use a condom. I suppose that was all right, so we went and got one from the bathroom. For the next few weeks, we just used a condom and I didn't take the pill. In hindsight, I should have gotten more when I couldn't find the original pack, but I couldn't be bothered. My fault. On a few occasions we were having sex, I noticed the condom was split. He clearly noticed all times and didn't say anything, so I said, stop. The next day I was putting the recycling bin in the trash. As I was putting it in, I saw my pills at the bottom.
No.
I instantly knew he had binned them. He knows I deal with the trash, so why was he so stupid to just put them in recycling? It all made sense, so I confronted him about the pills and condoms, and he couldn't answer me. He just kept walking away. I was so mad at him. It's not right.
Oh, my God.
You just can't force someone to be pregnant just because you want a baby. Does he have to carry it for 9 months?
Yeah, you should.
If only human males were like seahorse males.
Truth.
I wish. I really wish.
Okay, but wow.
So toxic.
Is there anything illegal
Yeah.
about doing that?
So, yes, it is illegal. It depends on where you live, what state, what country, but there's what's called sexual coercion. And basically, it's sexual coercion is unwanted sexual activity that happens when you are pressured, tricked, threatened, or forced in a non-physical way. So it could be anything where you're just like tricked, manipulated, lied to, deceived. So like say a guy is like, oh yeah, I'll get a condom, I'll put it on. And he pretends to roll it on, but really doesn't. And then you have sex. That's sexual coercion. It's a crime. And so this, poking holes in condoms, being misleading, deceiving someone sexually like this, like big no-no.
Right. I guess it's just it's hard to prove then, but.
I don't know. I don't think it would be. I think you could, I mean, if all the condoms are in the trash, you could probably take them to the police station. I mean, look at the forensics they have and their, all of their crazy little crime labs. I think they would be able to like put those condoms under a microscope and see that the holes are big enough to not be normal microscopic condom manufacturing holes or something.
But then he would just come back and say, oh, she did that after.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's not right.
It's not right. No. And I mean, they've been together for 9 years. For your partner of 9 years to turn around and just start poking fucking holes in your condoms?
Well, and don't you think you'd be on the same page if you're together for 9 years and engaged after 9 years?
You'd think so, but I think in his mind, he wants a baby now, and he's going to be a selfish asshole to get he's going to do whatever it takes to get what he wants.
But it's like all of a sudden he comes home one day, he's like, I want a baby right now. And then she's like, nah, dude.
I mean, he's
in
probably...
a couple years. Like, she's super chill.
Yeah, but I mean...
Like, just not yet.
He's 29. She's late 30 or late 20s. So they're, he, in his mind, is probably like, I'm getting older. I'm ready for a kid.
But what's like the flip? Why all of a sudden is it 0 to 100?
I mean, they're getting married. They're kind of getting to that point where they're ready to start a family, settle down. She's not on that page. So either get on that page or reevaluate the relationship, because that's a big thing to not see eye to eye on. Mm-hmm. And then to toxically violate her and manipulate her in that way.
Yeah, that's
terrifying. Terrifying.
And then to almost rub it in by leaving the pills, like she said, where he knew she would see it. Yeah. Essentially,
just an idiot.
Yeah.
If you're gonna sabotage her birth control in this way, at least make it look like she just lost it. Like,
Do you think he intentionally wanted her to see it or no?
I think he's just a dumb asshole. I really do. Like, he
Yeah.
is just a selfish prick. This is just so wrong. Top comment. This is toxic and wrong. If I was in your position, I would be calling off the engagement. So
Yeah.
OP does reply and she says, I think I will be calling off the engagement. This is too far to come back from. Even after a healthy 9 years, totally destroys all of that. What else has he done I've missed? Because this doesn't seem like the first thing, behavioral side of things. That's so true.
I mean, this is just a huge trust thing.
It is.
And it's a complete lack of trust now.
Yeah.
Because, and like we always say, our relationships are so heavily based on trust and communication.
Yep.
And this is a different sense of cheating. It's a different sense of lying and manipulation and
You're never going to be able to get that trust back.
right.
Ever. And if you don't have that foundation in a relationship, it's just not, I don't think it's going to work, especially for the long haul.
Well, yeah, especially when you're messing with sexual stuff. Because then anytime now in the future, let's say they come to a resolution, whatever, work it out. Anytime then you go to have sex or do anything of the sort, you're going to be like, it's always going to be in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Always. There's no winning.
No, there's not. Yeah, she gives a couple more comments throughout the post. It's a shame as he was a good boyfriend, but really me thinking he has been changing the last few months. I've lost 9 years, I feel, and I don't think I can come back from this. Tomorrow, I'll be laying this all out to him that I think we've hit the end of the road and I feel completely disgusted and violated. I honestly couldn't care what he says. I'm done. This is extremely hard to come back from. I'll be moving out. I'll need to tell my sister and mom tomorrow about this as I need to confide in someone face to face. I appreciate everyone who worried.
Well, and that's heartbreaking
Yeah.
too. To be in your late 20s, you have been dating someone for 9 years, so of course you probably
Yeah.
think that they're the one.
Especially, yeah, you're engaged. Like you said, yes.
And to see them change and do something like this to you, it'd be awful. It'd be horrible.
The deception, the lying, the manipulation. I think too, like as a woman, and like I can really relate to her saying, like, I feel like I lost so much time. I think, and maybe this is just me, but maybe there's other people that can relate to this, but I feel like there's so much pressure on women to settle down, get married, have kids by a certain age. Like there's those societal expectations and pressures. And it's hard to shift from that, especially because like we live in Los Angeles. People out here don't settle down as early as they do where we're from in, the Midwest, Minnesota.
Yep.
And so it's just so hard. And I don't know, like, do you ever feel like there's a lot of pressure to kind of get your shit together? Or do you feel like as a guy, you don't feel that as much?
I think I definitely do. I think as you cross over through your mid-20s, you start to feel these pressures. And even though maybe they're not directly in front of you or you're not being approached, or even there might not even be conversations about them, but you start to feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's because of what you see the people around you doing, especially being from Midwest.
Yeah.
You see everyone back home buying homes, getting married, having kids.
Hitting those traditional milestones.
And like my parents had me when they were both 25. And here I am at 26, going on 27. And you start to look at it like, no, right now I don't feel like I'm ready for a kid.
Yeah.
I'm just not. There's just so much going on, I think, right now,
Yeah, definitely.
that it doesn't feel like I'd be 100% ready and can put 100% of myself into it.
Yeah.
But you see everyone else doing it, and you start to feel it. It's
Comparison.
this weird feeling.
It's fucking comparison. It's literally just, it's so hard not to do.
And I feel like I battle with it a lot because, there's certain goals you have career-wise, things you want to accomplish, things you want to do, and you're so hyper-focused on those. And then sometimes these other ideas pop in your head like, oh, should I be doing this? Should I be doing this differently? I think I am as affected by those pressures as anyone else.
Yeah.
I think it's this age. I don't know.
Yeah. I think our times we're living in are very nice though. I look at the 40s or 50s and 60s and the pressures as women and men back then to,
Yeah, for
men,
sure.
men to provide, women to stay at home, have a family. There wasn't really a lot of options for women back then. And I think now we kind of live in this where we're really pushing what norms are. And that's why we shouldn't compare, because, there's a lot of people now that want to be child free and just be the fun aunt, or not even the fun aunt. They just want to live their own life and have their freedom. And I think everyone's ideas of success and what their life should look like is so different. And I think we're more open and accepting of that, which I love.
Well, I think that's what makes it fun though too, is
It does.
I kind of love the unpredictability of things sometimes, and just the randomness associated with not only like what I do in my career right now, but also just in that LA lifestyle where it's not like I'm just looking forward to that raise in 3 years and like I can kind of see my whole path ahead of me. It's more like we don't know where we're going to be in 2 years. We don't know what we're going to be doing. We don't know how successful we'll be. It's all just up in the air, which I think is fun. And I think if we were in it too long, it would start to not be fun, because at some point you kind of need to figure everything out. But it's just, I think we just enjoy it. And I think the time we're in is perfect for it.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I love the saying "to each their own," and I think I think it is used in very negative ways sometimes, like haha, like yeah, to each their own, like kind of a condescending
Yeah,
way.
like you can go be weird and
Yeah, like to each their own, like fuck you. But I love that saying, and I think it's just so valid, especially when it comes to kiddos and big decisions like this. So at the end of the day, it just needs to be your choice and something you're comfortable with, and not something you get trapped into.